As a lot of people know, I've gone to a lot of wrestling events. I am a huge wrestling fan, and I have myself a lovely little green journal of all the wrestling events that I have attended to. I know Chris Jericho has a book released where it's every match that he ever had. And it's also Jim Cornette. He's also got a journal, multiple journals of all the shows he's booked. So I have taken inspiration to go ahead and write down all the wrestling events that I have gone to and write it onto here. Now, the last couple of wrestling events, I have not written it down yet because I've just been too busy, too occupied to do it myself. So we're going to start with the first page right away. 15 years ago. Let's see. It was November 23rd of 2010. That was my first wrestling show date at the Veterans Memorial Arena. It kicked off at WWE not Superstars, WWE SmackDown. It was a WWE SmackDown show, and they kicked off with NXT. So this was really early stages of NXT where it was just, I guess, basing himself on a reality, I guess, weird reality, not reality, just a weird show. NXT was just a weird show when they first started doing it. But it was, let's see. So the first match was Nikki Bella with Brie defeated Caitlyn with Vicky Guerrero in a 3-minute and 22-second match. Interesting. We had AJ Lee with Primo. She defeated Naomi, who was with Kelly Kelly. That match went for 5 minutes and 57 seconds. So this was the NXT season where it was just all the divas. Fun. They did one Superstars match, WWE Superstars, if anyone ever remembers that show. It was just an hour-long episode that they would air. I think they still do that. I'm not sure. I know they do something on the side. They have an episode once a week for an hour at a random TV time slot. I forgot which day. I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday or some middle of the week, something like that. Kurt Hawkins defeated Trent. That was the match. It was very random. But then SmackDown started, and for the entire time, Edge was feuding with Kane. And Edge was just holding Paul Bearer captive. The show opened up with Kane doing a promo. He was the champion at the time, the heavyweight world champion, anyways. It's around Thanksgiving, so there's all sorts of. It was a Thanksgiving themed SmackDown, and that was a very interesting theme too. And yeah, Kane had like a freaking 5-10 minute promo in the middle of the ring, talking about how he has feelings and he's a real human too. And Edge comes out in the crowd. Or, no, he doesn't come out in the crowd. He does that later in the show. But basically, Edge theme hits. He comes out. He has Paul Bearer captive. Paul Bearer is on a wheelchair. He's all taped around. His mouth is shut, and he's basically screaming for Kane to help him. So that was a wild time in 2010. After that, Kofi Kingston defeated Jack Swagger for a King of the Ring qualifying match. This match was 17 minutes and 20 seconds. Alberto Del Rio defeated Big Show by countout for another King of the Ring qualifying match that went for 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Drew McIntyre defeated MVP for another King of the Ring qualifying match for 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Kelly Kelly defeated Michelle McCool, who was also with Layla, for 1 minute and 2 seconds. Very quick match. Very. People, like, even to this day, women's matches are very quick. And then to close out the show, Cody Rhodes defeated Rey Mysterio in 8 minutes and 20 seconds for, of course, another King of the Ring qualifying match. And then the dark match, which was the main event for the night for everyone in the arena, not for the viewers. This was Rey Mysterio and Big Show. They both defeated Alberto Del Rio and Drew McIntyre. I'm not sure how long that went for, but of course there's funny bits. I believe Big Show was promoting his movie at the time. I forgot what movie it was, but it was one of those WWE studio movies. He had a shirt with the cast and everything. Not the cast, but like just the wallpaper of the movie. And of course, throughout the SmackDown episode, they had like the little backstage Thanksgiving bits and stuff like that. Very interesting. So that was 2010, November 23rd, the first wrestling show I've ever attended to. I was 14, I believe. Yeah, I was just turned 14, and my mother, who's taken me to a lot of these shows early on anyways, until I was able to drive on my own. She's the one who brought me to these wrestling shows. March 18th, 2011. So 5 months later, we went to a TNA house show that was hosted at the Moraine Theater in Jacksonville, Florida, hosted by Don West. A very interesting show this was. It was basically an amphitheater, and they had a ring on the stage. I've never seen anything like this, especially in 2011. This was very new to me. I've never gone to a show. This is my second show ever going to a wrestling event. It was hosted by Don West. He was throwing a lot of merchandise to the crowds. I was able to actually capture 2 DVDs. So I have 2 DVDs sitting on the shelves behind me. Just TNA. Like I think one's about Kurt Angle, and then the other is an X Division highlighted DVD. Very, very cool stuff. So it opens up with Madison Rayne, who was the champion at the time. She defeated Mickie James to retain the Knockout Championship. After that, Matt Morgan defeated Rob Terry. I wonder what Rob Terry and Matt Morgan are up to these days. I'm a little curious. Samoa Joe defeated D'Angelo De Niro. Scott Steiner, who had Mick Foley in his corner. Scott Steiner defeated Jeff Jarrett. I recall Jeff Jarrett did a autograph signing. I think it was earlier the day or day before at a car shop or something like that. And then for the main event, it was Matt Hardy who went against RVD, and it ended up in a no contest, so no one won that one. And once the show closed, RVD did autograph signings in the middle of the ring. I don't think I did that. Yeah, I did not do that. You had to pay like $50 or whatever it was at the time to get in the ring and take a photo. Did not sign up for that. So the next wrestling event I attended to, December 6th, 2011. This was back in the Veterans Memorial Arena for WWE. They hosted SmackDown once again, and this time they kick off with NXT. And it's the Usos who defeated Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex for 8 minutes and 36 seconds. Darren Young and JTG with who had Tamana. I don't know if it's a he or a she. Tamana sounds like a she. Was in the corner. They defeated Perry Watson and Titus O'Neil in 6 minutes and 41 seconds. EC3 defeated Fandango for 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Can you believe that? And then SmackDown kicks off, and it kicks off with a dark match. So this was before SmackDown aired. It was Yoshi Tatsu defeated Damian Sandow. And Damian Sandow, what a character his entire WWE career. It's a shame they gave him the boot because, like, I think everyone strictly remembers him being a tag team with Miz and being his stunt double. That was pretty fun stuff. All right, carry on. The first show that was aired on this current SmackDown episode. We open up with Wade Barrett defeating Ezekiel Jackson. And it was Beat the Clock Challenge. So, and that went for 7 minutes and 53 seconds. So basically, Wade Barrett, I believe, was, feuding with Randy Orton at the time. And there was a Beat the Clock Challenge. So basically, Wade Barrett had to defeat Ezekiel Jackson as quickly as he can. And the quickest he was able to do it was in 7 minutes and 53 seconds. We'll get to Randy Orton's match at the main event. But the next match after Wade Barrett's is Ted DiBiase Jr. defeated Jinder Mahal in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. After that, Sheamus defeated David Otunga in 3 minutes and 39 seconds. Zack Ryder defeated Heath Slater in 1 minute and 30 seconds. You have a lot of quick matches going on here. Cody Rhodes defeated Daniel Bryan by DQ. What two names in 9 minutes and 50 seconds. And then now we get to Randy Orton in the Beat the Clock challenge. Randy Orton defeated Dolph Ziggler in 7 minutes and 51 seconds. So Randy Orton was able to beat the clock in 2 seconds. And then the dark match was Mark Henry, who was the World Heavyweight Champion at the time. He defeated Randy Orton and Big Show by DQ for the World Championship. And Booker T was the special guest referee. Very interesting. Man, yeah, they had Randy Orton work 2 matches later that show. But, yeah, SmackDown, I don't know what happened in that SmackDown. Very quick matches and lots of promos and stuff like that, I assume. We move on to August 3rd in 2012, back at the Veterans Memorial Arena. It was a WWE house show, and this is the first WWE house show I've attended to. It starts off with Brodus Clay. He defeated Heath Slater, Kofi Kingston, and R-Truth, who are current, or at the time, tag championship. What am I saying? I'm messing up everything. They were both the tag team champions. That's what I meant to say. Kofi and R-Truth tag team champions, and they defeated primetime players. And they had Brian Josie in their corner. Dean Ambrose defeated Alex Riley. Alex Riley never really went far. The next match is what should have been the main event, but it wasn't. Oh, I was ringside in this show too. I was ringside on the first wrestling show I went to as well. I should probably mention that. But I was also ringside for this. Now, this is one of those matches that is very rare to see these days. This is one of those things where it's like the Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels kind of feud. This is CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan. CM Punk defeated Daniel Bryan to retain the WWE Championship in a street fight. And I recall when they first opened the show, they had it on the Titantron where CM Punk was to go against Daniel Bryan, and they made people choose 3 options. It was going to be no DQ, street fight, and something else I can't remember. I think it was like a tables match or something like that. So essentially it's all just like no DQs. And fans were able to text a number. I think that's how it worked. It was either text a number or go online and vote. And that's what happened is the fans at the show, they voted street fight, and that's what we got. That was a pretty good match, actually. It was like the first time CM Punk did not gel his hair, because in that era, in 2011, 2012, he gelled his hair all the time. This was the one show that he just, for whatever reason, did not. I don't think anyone was complaining either. He looked a little different. But yeah, he always constantly had his hair gelled. But in 2012, nope. After that, Layla, who was the Divas champion, she defeated Alicia Fox, and it was for the title, and she retained. So good job, Layla. Santino defeated Jack Swagger to retain the U.S. Championship. Crazy to think Santino was the U.S. champion. Chris Jericho and Zack Ryder defeated Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. And then for our main event, John Cena defeated The Big Show in a steel cage match. From what I can remember, the match wasn't too long. It was an okay match. And I believe there were definitely multiple attempts of John Cena trying to climb over the steel cage to escape from Big Show, but Big Show always grabbed him. And of course, he does his typical finish with the AA and got him like that. Alright, so we move on to February 5th, 2013. Years are just already flying by. From 2010 to 2013, we are back at the Veterans Memorial Arena for another SmackDown episode. Yeah, they really loved bringing SmackDown to Jacksonville for some reason. The show kicked off with WWE Main Event. I was not ringside, but I did have floor seats a little further back behind the commentary table. Sheamus defeated Cody Rhodes in 13 minutes and 31 seconds. Damian Sandow defeated Daniel Bryan in 2 minutes and 33 seconds, but Kane had interfered in the match, and that's how Damian was able to win that one. Moving on, Cameron and Naomi defeated Oksana and Tamina Snuka. Okay, I remember who it is now. Tamina. Yep, I remember who she is. She's definitely what was it, Snuka's daughter or whatever it was. 4 minutes and 36 seconds. So WWE main event closes, and then Saturday Morning Slam. It was a very short-term period show that WWE did. I like the color schemes and everything. Damian Sandow defeated Zack Ryder in 6 minutes and 12 seconds. So they had Damian come back twice to do 2 shows. He's on a roll this week, apparently. Cesaro, he didn't freshly debut, but this was like Cesaro's definitely like early stages in WWE. It was pretty. I liked him. Cesaro defeated Justin Gabriel in 8 minutes and 33 seconds, and then that show ends, and SmackDown opens up, and a dark match opens up, and it is Bo Dallas. He defeated Corey Graves. Can you believe that? I got to see Corey Graves wrestle. Alright, so the show opens up, and it was Big Show and Booker T doing a double standards promo. Guess they were feuding at the time. Alright, and we move on to Great Khali, who had Hornswoggle and Natalya in their corner. He defeated Titus O'Neil in 1 minute and 33 seconds. Big Show defeated Kane in 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Jack Swagger defeated Justin Gabriel in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Tensai defeated Drew McIntyre by DQ in 1 minute and 12 seconds. And this was when 3MB was starting to be a thing. So Drew McIntyre had Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal in their corner. After that match, Cesaro defeated Sin Cara in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And then lastly, the main event, Mark Henry defeated Randy Orton in 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Very quick matches for SmackDown, but very long show, which is surprising to say that the entire show in this event, the longest match was Cesaro defeating Justin Gabriel for 8 minutes and 33 seconds. Very interesting. Actually, no, I lied. It was Sheamus who defeated Cody Rhodes for 13 minutes and 31 seconds in the WWE main event. So Sheamus had the longest, Cesaro had the second longest, and SmackDown, everyone just had short matches. Very, I guess, easy to work episode for everyone there. A couple months later, June 9th, 2013, it's another house show by WWE at the Veterans Memorial Arena. Show opens up with R-Truth defeating Cesaro. Bo Dallas, who was the NXT champion at the time, he defeated Adam Rose to retain the championship. Mason Ryan defeated Brad Maddox. Those are 2 names that no longer exist in the WWE, probably forgotten. Ted DiBiase Jr. defeated Kurt Hawkins. Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and The Miz defeated Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins by DQ. It's not an actual win, but a win is a win. Bray Wyatt defeated Zack Ryder. Brodus Clay and Tensai defeated Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. Oh, this was a perfect tag team, both Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. Cody Rhodes was with the stash. Never forget. And then John Cena once again closes the show. He defeated Ryback in a tables match to retain the WWE Championship. So we had John Cena main event and retained. I've seen John Cena multiple times. It's very sad to see him on his retirement tour. I don't believe he's coming to my town, and the town that he's coming to that's closest to me outside of where I live is in Tampa, but the time frame for me sucks, I think. I don't think I'm going to make that drive. Anyways, we move on to February 7th, 2015. WWE house show once again. I guess I had not gone in 2014. I can't remember if they even came by in 2014. But one way or the other, we skip a year and we go to 2015, February 7th, the Veterans Memorial Arena. It's another WWE house show. Opens up with Jack Swagger defeating Titus O'Neil. Primo Epico and El Torito defeated Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, and Hornswoggle. What a team. We move on to Chris Jericho defeating Fandango. Dean Ambrose defeated Bray Wyatt. Oh, I was ringside for this. I was ringside along where the entrance is at. Like, from the stage to the ring, I was on one of the sides. I was able to snag a selfie with Chris Jericho. This was my first time actually taking a selfie with wrestlers, and my first one happened to be with Chris Jericho. And I also eventually later down, I will tell you guys, I took another photo with Chris Jericho and the Jericho Cruise. So yeah, Chris Jericho defeated Fandango. This is also my first time actually high-fiving wrestlers too. I thought this was pretty cool. Natalya and Paige defeated Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. After that, the Usos defeated Damian Sandow and The Miz to retain the WWE Tag Team Championship. Rusev, who was with Lana, defeated Eric Rowan to retain the United States Championship. And to end the show, Roman Reigns defeated Big Show in a street fight. That was a good show. I remember that show very specifically. This was when Roman Reigns was getting booed out of the building. It was so sad because there was a girl that was sitting in front of me who had a Roman Reigns shirt and was extremely happy to see him. We move on to December 8th, 2015. WWE hosts SmackDown once again at the Veterans Memorial Arena. But in this show, they did tribute to the troops. So they opened up with tribute to the troops, and there was special guests who appeared. They had Howie Mandel and the rock band Train. They were two special guests that came in, so never thought I'd see those two. The show opens up with Jack Swagger defeating Rusev by submission. Rusev had Lana in his corner. After that, Mark Henry defeated Bo Dallas. Ryback defeated Kevin Owens by countout, but Kevin Owens was the Intercontinental Champion at the time, but because it was by countout, Kevin Owens retained his title. Paige, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina defeated Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Alicia Fox, and Brie Bella. Oh, you would think it would be the other way around, but I remember Paige and Sasha Banks were definitely on top of their careers at the time. And then after that, to close out tribute to the troops, Dean Ambrose, Kane, Roman Reigns, Ryback, the Dudley Boys, and the Usos defeated Alberto Del Rio, Wade Barrett, Rusev, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, in a 16-man tag team match. What a match. Who gets to say they've seen a 16-man tag team match with all those characters? After the tribute to the troops, SmackDown opens up. It starts off with the dark match. Titus O'Neil defeated Heath Slater. And then the show actually opens up, and it's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, who had Dean Ambrose and the Usos in his corner, went up against Alberto Del Rio, who had Sheamus, Rusev, and Wade Barrett. That match ended in a no contest. I believe they were all feuding, and they all attacked each other, I'm sure. Next match, Dolph Ziggler defeated Tyler Breeze in 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Tyler had Summer Rae in his corner. Flip over to the next page. Kalisto and Sin Cara, they defeated Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston in 8 minutes and 13 seconds. They had Big E in their corner. I believe this was when the New Day were mean and evil. And then Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens did a Intercontinental title contract signing, and everything goes out of control. Of course, they start attacking each other. After that, Ryback defeated Victor in 1 minute and 30 seconds, who had Connor in his corner. Oh God, what was that? What was that tag team name? Victor and Connor. I know it wasn't just Victor and Connor, was it? No, they were very dark and gothic looking. They're both tall. After that match, Becky Lynch defeated Paige by submission in 3 minutes and 25 seconds, and to close out the show, a little bit of a rematch. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos defeated Sheamus, Rusev, Alberto, and Wade Barrett in 14 minutes and 18 seconds. We move on to June 26, 2016. Another show, WWE house show at the Veterans Memorial Arena. Dean Ambrose defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a triple threat match to retain the WWE Championship. Dean Ambrose was a WWE champion at that time. He had a very short run. It wasn't long that I can recall, but it was very nice to see him be a champion. It was nice to see the brand split exist between Raw and SmackDown, so things were finally getting super interesting on SmackDown because SmackDown was just such a dead show. Big Cass and Enzo Amore defeated the Dudley Boys. Whoa! Goldust defeated Fandango. Kane and Big Show defeated Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan. Becky Lynch and Paige defeated Charlotte Flair. And Lana Rusev defeated Apollo Crews to retain the United States Championship. And lastly, Big E and Kofi Kingston defeated Kalisto and Sin Cara and Aiden English and Simon Gotch in a triple threat match to retain the WWE Tag Team Championships. So this was when New Day was champions. They finally turned happy and good and face. They were champions. They had Xavier Woods in their corner. Very interesting show. And then the next wrestling event I attended to is January 3rd, 2017. Another WWE SmackDown at the Veterans Memorial Arena. Mars slaps Dean Ambrose promo. Oh yeah, this was when Miz and Dean Ambrose were feuding, and so the show opens up with I can't remember if it was like if the Miz was doing his own little segment in the middle of the ring where he normally does his like little talk TV or whatever, Miz TV or whatever it is. Dean Ambrose interrupts, I believe, and it was one of those things where Mars just slaps him. I think some people may remember that. Mars slaps Dean Ambrose. And then Baron Corbin defeated Dolph Ziggler in 13 minutes and 39 seconds. This was, man, I really like 2016, 2017 era of WWE. SmackDown was so great that this whole thing, Baron Corbin, I really loved him as a character. This is when he had hair. He was a great wrestler. 13 minutes, 39 seconds. They're focusing on wrestler. They're focusing on underground wrestlers. It's great. Becky Lynch defeated Alexa Bliss by submission in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. But Alexa Bliss was disguised as La Luchador. And Alexa Bliss also had Mickie James as La Luchador in her corner. So this was a time when Becky Lynch was dealing with a masked wrestler, La Luchador, who were just attacking her for no reason. And it was just to be disguised as by Alexa Bliss and both Mickie James. I don't think they revealed themselves on this episode. I think they're still masked. Maybe. I don't recall. AJ Styles, who was the WWE champion at the time, and John Cena both had a contract signing in the middle of the ring that was hosted by the GM, Daniel Bryan, and it got interrupted by Baron Corbin. Kamala defeated Aliyah by submission in 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Kamala had James Ellsworth in her corner. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan defeated Fandango and Tyler Breeze in 31 seconds. What a match. Dean Ambrose defeated The Miz to win the Intercontinental Championship. This was, I believe, my first time seeing a title actually transfer hands. This was unexpected. A random SmackDown episode. The first SmackDown of 2017, January 3rd. And it has Dean Ambrose winning the Intercontinental Championship. What an episode. This is a very good episode from what I can remember. Miz had Mars in his corner. And then they had 205 Live to end the event. And it was a full 205 episode, it looks like. Tajiri, who I never thought I'd ever see wrestle, he defeated, oh gosh, I don't know who this is, Sean, Sean Maluta in 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Brian Kendrick, I believe, was involved in Tajiri Green Mist's Brian Kendrick. Jack Gallagher defeated Tony Nese via disqualification in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Drew Gulak was in Tony Nese's corner. Mustafa Ali defeated Noam Dar in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And then to close the show, to end of the entire event, Neville defeated TJ Perkins in 11 minutes and 35 seconds. So 205 Live was definitely, it was great. I enjoy 2017 era. And then we get to WrestleMania. April 2nd, 2017 at the Citrus Bowl Stadium in Orlando, Florida, WrestleMania 33. Show opens up with Neville defeating Austin Aries, who retained the Cruiserweight Championship in 19 minutes. Austin Aries is one of those wrestlers I never thought would be in WWE. Mojo Rawley won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal in 14 minutes and 7 seconds. How does that go quicker? I don't know. You guys can look up the participants yourself because I'm not going to name them. All I know is Rob Gronkowski celebrated Mojo at the end of the match. This is, I believe, the pre-show. And I think this is the last match of the pre-show. Dean Ambrose defeated Baron Corbin to retain the Intercontinental Championship in 10 minutes and 55 seconds. And then we have AJ Styles, who defeated Shane McMahon in 20 minutes and 35 seconds. Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho to win the United States Championship in 16 minutes and 20 seconds. Chris Jericho was U.S. champion, and he lost it to Kevin Owens. Bayley defeated Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax in a fatal four-way elimination match to retain the Raw Women's Championship. This is when they split all the championships, and Bayley was the champion. She kept it, so good for her. Surprise, surprise, the Hardy Boys defeated Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, Enzo Amore and Big Cass, and Cesaro and Sheamus in a fatal four-way ladder match to win the Raw Tag Team Championships in 11 minutes and 5 seconds. It says Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson were the champions, and they lost it to the Hardy Boys. John Cena and Nikki Bella defeated The Miz and Mars in 9 minutes and 40 seconds, in which John Cena proceeded to propose to Nikki Bella afterwards, only for their relationship to not last all that long. Seth Rollins defeated Triple H in a non-sanctioned match, 25 minutes, 50 seconds. This is a very long WrestleMania, by the way. Triple H had Stephanie McMahon in his corner. Very good match, by the way. Randy Orton defeated Bray Wyatt to win the WWE Championship. This was an interesting match. This was when the lights would go out, and then there would be a picture in the ring. It'd be just something weird like worms just crawling all over the place. They did it like 3 times. Brock Lesnar defeated Goldberg to win the Universal Championship in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Paul Heyman was in Brock's corner. Naomi defeated Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Mickie James, and Carmella in a 6-pack challenge to win the SmackDown Women's Championship in 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Not long at all. They stuffed as much woman as they can to the show, only for them to barely have any pay-per-view time. Alexa Bliss was the SmackDown Women's Champion, but lost it to Naomi. And then to close out WrestleMania 33, Roman Reigns defeated The Undertaker in a no-holds-barred match. 23 minutes even. Got mixed feelings on that match. Really thought Undertaker would have won it, but I also expected Roman to win it because they were hardcore pushing him like no tomorrow, even though all the fans said, no, I don't want that. We carry on to August 6, 2018 at the Veterans Memorial Arena. Once again, WWE presents Raw. This is my first Raw, and the event starts off with WWE main event. No Way Jose defeated Kurt Hawkins. And then after that, Chad Gable, Heath Slater, and Rhino defeated Mike Kanellis, Connor, and Victor. Interesting. Raw opens up, and Roman Reigns defeated Baron Corbin in 18 minutes and 45 seconds. Long match. Bobby Roode defeated Mojo Rawley in 9 minutes and 10 seconds. And then, oh my goodness, I loved Elias. Elias did a promo and he was doing this promo where he was doing this documentary bit. So all the crowd was like, there's no lights around. It was just him in a spotlight. He had a camera crew that he made him go just twirl around him. He was hilarious. Bobby Lashley interrupted the promo, and they got into a little fit, I guess. I don't know. Razor, with who had Akam in his corner, defeated Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil had Donna Brooke and Apollo Crews in his corner. That match was only 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Jinder Mahal defeated Braun Strowman by DQ in 1 minute and 45 seconds. Jinder Mahal had Kevin Owens and Sunil Singh in his corner. Interesting. After that, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeated Seth Rollins in a handicap match. 7 minutes, 5 seconds. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel versus FTR ended in a no contest. How could that have happened? 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan defeated Bayley and Sasha Banks in 10 minutes and 45 seconds. Hold up. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan in 2018 defeating Bayley and Sasha? Whoa. And then Ronda Rousey has her debut match in Jacksonville, of all places. And Ronda Rousey defeated Alicia Fox by submission in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Alicia Fox had Alexa Bliss in her corner. I believe Fox is a Jacksonville native, I believe, to this day. She no longer wrestles, but she was, I believe, a Divas champion. So that matters. We move on to January 8th, 2019. This is a very important, special day. This is a brilliant year, one of the best years. Early on the day at the TIAA Bank Field, now the Everbank Field, AEW. Oh boy. AEW hosted their first ever event. They hosted a rally at the Everbank. And in case anyone doesn't know, the Veterans Memorial Arena and the Everbank Field, they are close by, walking distance, probably a block or two away. Not far at all. Very walking distance. They allowed people to park there for free, and they allowed people to park there for WWE show that happened later that day. Very, very important day. This was very, very wild. This is 2019. This is AEW. This is a week after they had what was it? Midnight of New Year's is when they or the day of, I can't remember when it happened. Whether it was the 31st of December or whether it's the 1st of January. This is when they revealed that AEW was going to be a thing. Man, what a way! What a way! And this was all on a bit on BTE, being the Elite, which was one of the most popular YouTube shows for wrestling. And I miss BTE because I watched it a lot in 2020 and 2021. Let's just get to it though. TIA Bank Field AEW Rally. The appearances obviously were all Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky SCU. They opened up the rally. They had a podium. They all got on there and they did their little speeches. After that, Cody Rhodes, Nick and Matt Jackson, they all got on there. Brandy Rhodes and Breaker, they got on there. MJF attacked Joey Janela on there. Penelope Ford was with Joey Janela at the time she was there. And then Adam Page was on there, who was interrupted by Pac. And then lastly, Chris Jericho did his speech to end the rally. Oh my goodness, that was a great day. I remember that day. I was there. I had an ex-girlfriend at the time. They brought out a Fanatics truck. I hadn't realized they were partnering with Fanatics at the time, but they had Fanatics. They had a truck over there, and they were selling merch. They also did signings, the Young Bucks and all of them. They had tables outside. They did autographs. There's a good turnout of people, lots of people. I assumed all those people also went to SmackDown later that day. In case anyone didn't know, most people do. SmackDown was going to be right after this AEW rally. So they ended on a recent, in a good time, a decent time. They were able to close out early, and so fans could go to SmackDown. They did not invade it like people thought they would. I remember a BT episode where the Elite had actually invaded, I believe, a WWE Raw, and they were saying hi to all the local wrestlers and stuff like that. And WWE did not like that. Anyways, so later that day, January 8th, at the Veterans Memorial Arena, WWE hosts SmackDown once again. They opened up with the new Daniel Bryan. He pelts food and drinks to fans and gets ambushed by R-Truth. Anyone remember that? I believe this video comes out once in a while where he is in the food area of the arena, and there's these two fans. I think he just like squirts mustard or something. I don't know. There's this dude eating a hot dog. I forgot what it was about, but Daniel Bryan's just like totally getting on to them about just like being unhealthy and being the way they are and stuff like that. And I think like the guy eating the hot dog had like a mustard stain on his shirt or something like that. I can't remember. It was definitely like a very different time. This was also when Daniel Bryan was a WWE champion, and he totally redesigned the belt to be more eco-friendly. So then after that, Daniel Bryan defeated R-Truth in 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Samoa Joe and Andrade defeated Mustafa Ali and Rey Mysterio in 12 minutes and 39 seconds. Zelina Vega was in the corner of Andrade. Rusev did an in-ring promo and leads to Shinsuke Nakamura being blindsided by Rusev backstage. Interesting. Sheamus and Cesaro defeated Jimmy and Jey Uso 14 minutes 18 seconds. After that, Becky Lynch defeated Charlotte Flair and Kamala by submission in a triple threat match and a number one contendership match for SmackDown Women's Championship, which was the main event, 16 minutes 11 seconds. And then we get another 205 Live episode. Noam Dar defeated Tony Nese in 12 minutes and 39 seconds, and Hideo Itami defeated Cedric Alexander in a cruiserweight title contendership match, 17 minutes and 5 seconds. We move on to the first AEW event to happen in Jacksonville, July 13th, 2019, at Daly's Place. It's AEW Fight for the Fallen. One of their first pay-per-view. I think it's like second or third or something like that. The show opens up with Sonny Kiss defeating Peter Avalon for 5 minutes and 8 seconds. Peter had Leva Bates in his corner. Bay Presley and Shoko Nakajima. I don't know if I'm going to say it right. Nakajima. They defeated Britt Baker and Riho in 15 minutes and 38 seconds. We move on to MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Shawn Spears, who defeated Darby Allin, Jimmy Havoc, and Joey Janela in a 6-man tag team match for 13 minutes, 13 seconds. Brandy Rhodes defeated the Bunny, Allie, in 10 minutes and 14 seconds. Brandy had Awesome Kong in her corner. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson defeated Jack Evans and Angelico, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, in a triple threat tag team match to advance to All Out for the first time. To All Out for a first round bye in the World Tag Team Championship Tournament. That was for 15 minutes and 7 seconds. And a lot of these wrestlers on this very great platform are doing all sorts of moves I've never seen before in WWE. Sorry. That was very exciting at the time. AEW was just so different. Adam Page defeated Kip Sapien in 19 minutes and 3 seconds. Kip, I wish, could have done more in AEW. It just never happened. He should have been a pillar. Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix defeated Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky in 15 minutes and 5 seconds. Christopher Daniels was in a corner of SCU. Kenny Omega defeated Shima in 22 minutes and 33 seconds. Great match. To close out the show, we had Young Bucks, who defeated Cody and Dustin Rhodes 31 minutes, 26 seconds. I can't remember if this was a 5-star match, but in my eyes as a viewer, this was definitely a 5-star match. And then, that show is done. We move on to October 16th, 2019. For the first time, I went to NXT at Full Sail University in Orlando. This was a very different version of NXT as well. Tommaso Ciampa defeated Angel Garza. There's going to be a lot of names I'm going to mispronounce here. Fabian Aichner? 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 And, oh gosh, what am I doing here? Okay, I'm reading everything wrong here. Sorry, my bad, guys. So Tommaso Ciampa defeated Angel Garza. After that, Fabian Aichner and Marcel Barcel. Again, I'm totally reading things wrong. They defeated Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan. Orny. They had Alexander Wolf in the corner of this Fabian guy. I don't know if anyone. I don't even know if any of these guys wrestle anymore. Again, I'm gonna mispronounce so much stuff, and it's not even gonna be funny. Lo Shirari defeated Caden Carter. Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakova ended in no contest in a and it was for the #1 contendership for the North American title. After that, Matt Riddle defeated Bronson Reed. Tegan Knox defeated Tenari Conti, which is now currently just what is it? Tay? Is she just now known as Tay? She's with Sammy Guevara. Tay Conti. I think that's her actual name now. Killian Dane defeated BOA. And lastly, Damian Priest defeated Pete Dunne. There's definitely a lot of these wrestlers on here that don't wrestle anymore. 2019 was such a different time. But shortly after that, December 7th, 2019, I went to another WWE house show at the Veterans Memorial Arena. The show kicked off with Seth Rollins. He defeated Eric Rowan. Becky Lynch defeated... Oh, no, she did not defeat. It was Becky Lynch going against Charlotte Flair. That ended in a no contest. Becky was the champion, the Raw Women's champion, and she was able to retain that title. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair defeated Asuka and Kairi Sane. I believe both Asuka and Kairi are the reasons why the match ended in no contest. They were heels at the time, and so they had Becky Lynch and Charlotte team up and go against them too. After that, Big E and Kofi Kingston defeated FTR to retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Bayley and Sasha Banks defeated Carmella and Nikki Cross. Ricochet, Eric, and Ivar defeated AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows in a 6-man tag team match. Now, why would they do that? That's such a random team to defeat such names of AJ Styles, Carl, and Luke. Like, those three together, they should be undefeatable. Aleister Black defeated Buddy Murphy. Now, if anyone is lucky enough to witness Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy going at it, them two are great at wrestling each other, and they can put up quite a show. I wish that they would feud more often. I wish they could have feuded more in AEW rather than team with each other and have this whole House of Black thing happen and be AEW Trios champion. I'm happy for them. I'm especially happy for Buddy because I've always wanted to see him success. He's one of my favorite wrestlers out there. Don't ask why. He deserves all the championship gold. After that, Humberto Carrillo defeated Andrade. Andrade has Zelina Vega in his corner. And then, this is a very interesting one. The Fiend, who was Bray Wyatt. The Fiend defeated Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match to retain the Universal Championship. So I was able to see that title of The Fiend's mask. It was Very cool, very Halloweeny. I loved it. And then, of course, to close out the show, Roman Reigns defeated King Corbin. This was when Baron Corbin was King Corbin because he had won the King of the Ring, and he stuck with that stick for so long. He kind of overran it. After that, shortly after, December 18th, 2019, I went to a lot of wrestling shows in 2019. I went to NXT again. I went NXT at Full Sail University. This was a dark match. Candice LeRae defeated Taynara Conti. Let's just call her Tay Conti. Another dark match. Bianca Belair defeated Shotzi Blackheart. Then the show actually starts. Adam Cole defeated Finn Balor to retain the NXT Championship for 15 minutes and 40 seconds. This was when I believe NXT and AEW were feuding. And this is when NXT was really good. And so they definitely grabbed Finn Balor because they needed names. They had big names in NXT for AEW. Damian Priest defeated Killian Dane in 14 minutes and 16 seconds. Cameron Grimes, he was so cool. Defeated Kushida. 13 minutes 58 seconds. Lo Shira defeated Santana Garrett in 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Pete Dunne defeated Travis Banks in 10 minutes 53 seconds. And then one of the bigger, again, this is a big episode, and it's so weird how hard NXT went, only for them to not do so well. But this is why competition is great, and I miss it. Rhea Ripley defeated Shayna Baszler to win the NXT Women's Championship. This is when all the people, well, not all, half the people in the crowd got into the ring, and they lifted up Rhea Ripley. She won the NXT Championship. This was 17 minutes and 47 seconds. This was very great to be there. Rhea deserved it. Shania held the title for so long, and this was just one of those feel-good moments. The show ended perfectly. People were talking about that in AEW and everything online. It was great. Very great time to be a wrestling fan was that time, specifically 2019. Everything was exciting. Everything was great. And I go to the very iconic show, January 1st, 2020, AEW at Daly's Place. It starts off with AEW Dynamite Homecoming Edition. We have Cody Rhodes, who defeated Darby Allin in 17 minutes and 18 seconds. Arn Anderson was in Cody Rhodes' corner. Riho defeated Shida, Britt Baker, and Nyla Rose in a four-way match to retain the AEW Women's World Championship in 9 minutes and 49 seconds. Jon Moxley defeated Trent for 11 minutes and 2 seconds. Trent had Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy in his corner. Sammy Guevara defeated Dustin Rhodes in 11 minutes and 23 seconds. Jake Hager was in Sammy's corner. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks defeated Pac, Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr. in 12 minutes and 26 seconds. Adam Page had joined the commentary for that match. I was ringside. I was up on the stage, and the freaking Dailies is so weird. So I had to be ringside too. And the tickets were cheap too. I loved it. Great episode. I was there for everything. And I was ringside on the stage wearing nothing but a white long sleeve shirt and jeans and a Jaguars hat. You could definitely see me on that episode. And I was just happy to be there. Oh my goodness. The whole show is great. AEW Dark, which was a successful YouTube wrestling show. A lot of people did watch it. Billy and Austin Gunn defeated Preston Vance and Sean Spears. Awesome Kong defeated Skylar Moore in 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Awesome Kong had Brandy Rhodes and Mel in her corner. Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky defeated Angelico. Yeah. Jack Evans and Kip Sapien in 12 minutes and 15 seconds. They had Penelope Ford in Kip's corner. So SCU closed out AEW that night at Daly's. It wasn't cold at first, but it got colder later in the show, and I was definitely freezing up. I hate cold weather. And then we move on. COVID happened. But that didn't stop me from going to no wrestling shows. I went to a lot of wrestling shows. A lot. And I could thank AEW for that. August 27th, 2020. First wrestling show to open up to fans. AEW Dynamite at Daly's Place. Once again, this was a Thursday Night Dynamite edition. I can't remember. It was some sporting event that moved him over. The show starts off with FTR defeating Trent, Chuck Taylor, and hold on. This is a lot of things going on here. Okay, so these are separate teams going on here. FTR, they had not fully. FTR had Tully Blanchard in their corner, and they defeated Trent and Chuck Taylor, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall, and the Young Bucks in a tag team gauntlet match to become number one contenders for the tag team championships. That match ran for 21 minutes and 32 seconds. After that, Lance Archer defeated Sean Maluda. It's going to get me. Either Sheen or Sean. Sean. That was 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Jake Roberts was in Lance Archer's corner. Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. And the Butcher and the Blade defeated Brian Pillman Jr., Griff Garrison, Joey Janela, and Sonny Kiss in an 8-man tag team match for 8 minutes and 57 seconds. The newly crowned TNT champion, Mr. Brody Lee, along with the Dark Order, celebrates last week's victory over Cody Rhodes. That's right, Mr. Brody Lee did win the TNT Championship the previous episode, and they celebrated it over. Rest in peace, legend. After that, Big Swole defeated Britt Baker, Reba, and Penelope Ford in a 3-on-1 handicap match. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Oh, yeah, they really pushed Big Swole. Unfortunately, things went another way around for both Big Swole and AEW. Penelope Ford had Kip Sabian in her corner. Sammy Guevara defeated Matt Hardy in a tables match, 6 minutes, 41 seconds. I can't remember if this was the match that Sammy hurt Matt. I know early on they were feuding. Matt was very professional about it, and the people online weren't professional about it. They were making up all sorts of dumb little silly rumors. And Chris Jericho was a guest commentator, and to close out the show, Orange Cassidy attacks Chris Jericho. What an episode. October 7th, 2020, AW Daly's Place. This was AW Dynamite, 30 Years of Jericho. I recall this episode very specifically. Brian Cage defeated Will Hobbs to retain the FTW Championship for 9 minutes and 9 seconds. Brian Cage had Taz in his corner. FTR defeated Angelico and Jack Evans to retain the Tag Team Championship, 13 minutes, 38 seconds. FTR had Tully Blanchard in their corner. Cody Rhodes defeated Brody Lee. In a dog collar match to win the TNT Championship in 20 minutes and 26 seconds. Cody Rhodes had Arn Anderson in his corner. Brody Lee had John Silver in his corner. I remember Cody Rhodes came out with black hair. He dyed it black for this match. I believe the idea was for him to turn heel. I don't know why. This was also, unfortunately, Brody's last match ever. Again, rest in peace, Brody Lee. Very great wrestler. I have his action figure. I had to. Very, very great wrestler. Very great guy. He did a lot of BT bits. He made AW greater. He definitely made COVID a lot easier to handle as well. After that, Big Swole defeated Serena Deebs, 8 minutes and 34 seconds. And then to end the show, this is all free, by the way, a free show on TV. You can probably look it up on Max. Chris Jericho and Jake Hager defeated Luther and Serpentico, 9 minutes and 6 seconds. They had Ortiz, Sammy, and Santana in Chris Jericho's corner. Um, and they did a whole celebration bit where MJF comes out and he joins them to celebrate. We move on to October 15th, 2020 at the Daily's Place. AEW Dynamite once again. It's a 1-year anniversary. FTR defeated Chuck Taylor and Trent to retain the tag team championships. Match went for 16 minutes and 33 seconds. FTR had Tully Blanchard in their corner. Kip Sabian and Miro defeated Lee Johnson and Sheen Maluda in 1 minute and 53 seconds. They had Penelope Ford in Kip's corner. MJF had a big announcement with Wardlow in the inner circle. After that, Cody Rhodes. I don't know what the big announcement was, by the way. Cody Rhodes went against Orange Cassidy, and that ended in a time limit draw. Cody defended his TNT title and retained it. That was 20 minutes even. Cody had Arn Anderson and Brandy in his corner. After that, Matt Hardy gets interviewed by Tony Schiavone. I don't know why. Hikaru Shida defeated Big Swole to retain the Women's World Championship, 8 minutes 54 seconds. Shida had a very good run with that title. Jon Moxley defeated Lance Archer in a no DQ match to retain the AEW World Championship. Lance Archer had Jake Roberts in his corner, and after the match, Eddie Kingston attacks Jon. How nice of him. We move on to November 7th, 2020, Daily's Place, AEW Full Gear. Serena Deeb defeated Allison Kay to retain the NWA World Women's Championship, 10 minutes, 25 seconds. Kenny Omega defeated Adam Page in the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament final match. It was a final match of this tournament, 16 minutes, 25 seconds. Orange Cassidy defeated John Silver, 9 minutes 40 seconds. Darby Allin defeated Cody Rhodes to win the TNT Championship. 17 minutes. Arn Anderson was in Cody's corner. Hikaru Shida defeated Nyla Rose to retain the AEW Women's World Championship, 14 minutes 10 seconds. Nyla had Vicky Guerrero. I forgot she was in AEW. She was in Nyla's corner. The Young Bucks defeated FTR to win the AEW World Tag Team Championship, 28 minutes, 35 seconds. Oh, man, this was a very good pay-per-view. They had Tully Blanchard in FTR's corner. Matt Hardy defeated Sammy Guevara in the Elite Deletion match, 19 minutes, 39 seconds. They are still feuding. MJF defeated Chris Jericho. As a result, MJF can join the Inner Circle. That's right. 16 minutes, 10 seconds. This match was... the Inner Circle were iffy about MJF, as they should be. And so Chris Jericho said, if you can defeat me, you can join our faction. And that's what happened. And then to close out the show, Jon Moxley defeated Eddie Kingston in an I Quit match to retain the AEW World Championship. 17 minutes, 35 seconds. Then we carry on to December 2nd, 2020, Daily's Place, AEW Dynamite, Winter is Coming. So it starts off, and MJF and Orange Cassidy won the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal. 12 minutes, 21 seconds. Chris Jericho defeated Frankie Kazarian in 11 minutes and 2 seconds. Jericho had Jake Hager and Ortiz in his corner. After that, Britt Baker defeated Layla Hirsch in 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Rebel was in Britt's corner. Darby Allin and Cody Rhodes defeated Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs. In 11 minutes and 24 seconds, Cody had Arn Anderson in his corner. And obviously, Will Hobbs and Ricky Starks had Taz in their corner. This is when Sting debuts. Taz got in the ring, and it looked like that they were about to attack Cody and Darby. Sting debuts. For the first time ever in AEW, the rumors are true. He comes out. This is my absolute favorite wrestler. He's the reason why I watch wrestling. He's the reason why I watched TNA instead of WWE back in 2008. I couldn't help it. Sting was just one of my favorites and still is to this day. Even though he is retired, I will die on that hill. Sting is just the best. You can't beat the man. But you can certainly try. And I'm so glad for AEW for doing this for Sting, because he left WWE on a bad note. Not that they have any problems with each other, but the way WWE treated Sting is not the way to go in my eyes. So it's very good to see Sting have a second chance on AEW, back on Turner, and just for everything to be the way it is. Kenny Omega went ahead and defeated Jon Moxley to win the AEW World Championship in 28 minutes, 28 seconds. This is when Kenny Omega turns heel. This is when Don Callis came out and helped Kenny, and they both ran away as soon as they won the title. And this is when Kenny was doing so many interesting stuff with TNA. It was very bizarre to see. And now TNA is just with WWE. It's weird. But that was very exciting. You just didn't know what was going to happen next. That was so cool. All right, so January 6, 2021, Daily's Place, AEW Dynamite presents New Year's Smash Night 1. The Young Bucks, Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian defeated Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, Angelico, and Jack Evans in an 8-man tag team match that lasted for 9 minutes, 58 seconds. Jon Moxley returns after the loss from Winter is Coming. Wardlow defeated Jake Hager in 10 minutes and 24 seconds. Cody Rhodes defeated Matt Sydal in 10 minutes and 7 seconds. You want to know who's in his corner? Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was in Cody Rhodes' corner, and they did a bit where Snoop Dogg did, I think, what was supposed to be a frog splash on top of not Matt Sydal. It was someone else. Who was it? Oh gosh, was it Matt Sydal? It wasn't Matt Sydal. It was someone else that he did a frog splash on top of. I forgot who someone interrupted. I don't know why I didn't round the notes here. But yeah, no, Snoop Dogg did a wrestling move in AEW, and I never would have guessed. I never would have assumed. I never thought I would have ever seen Snoop Dogg. I thought that was great. This was also when they were promoting their show that lasted only for like a season or two. Shida defeated Abaddon to retain the AEW Women's World Championship in 8 minutes and 27 seconds. To close out the show, Kenny Omega defeated Rey Fenix to retain the AEW World Championship in 17 minutes and 1 second. Omega had Don Callis in his corner. Phoenix had Penta in his corner. Makes sense. Very good match from what I can remember. Again, he was heel, and oh my goodness, his entrances were fire, by the way. His heel entrances. You can never forget it when Justin Roberts was just going on his whole spiel. We move on to March 7th, 2021. Daily's Place once again. AEW presents Revolution. Show opens up with Britt Baker and Macchiato. They defeated Riho and Thunder Rosa in 14 minutes and 50 seconds. The Young Bucks defeated MJF and Chris Jericho to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championship in 17 minutes and 49 seconds. Chris Jericho and MJF had Wardlow in their corner. Pac and Rey Fenix won the Casino Tag Team Royal for a future AEW World Tag Team Championship match. 26 minutes, 45 seconds. Shida defeated Ryo Mizunami to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. 15 minutes, 6 seconds. Miro and Kip Sapien defeated Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor in 7 minutes, 51 seconds. Penelope Ford was in Kip's corner. Adam Page defeated Matt Hardy in a big money match. 14 minutes, 57 seconds. Scorpio Sky defeated Cody Rhodes. Pentel Zero. Miedo, Lance Archer, Max Caster, and Ethan Page in a Face of the Revolution ladder match. 23 minutes, 7 seconds. This was also Ethan Page's AEW debut. I believe Ethan originally came from TNA. He's in AEW. And this was his AEW debut. What a way to debut. Same thing here. Christian Cage debuts on AEW. And it was so nice to hear his AEW theme, or not AEW, his TNA theme song here premiere on there. Darby Allin and Sting defeated Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in a street fight. 13 minutes, 52 seconds. Kenny Omega defeated Jon Moxley in an exploding barbed wire death match to retain the AEW World Championship. 25 minutes, 11 seconds. Despite the online criticism of this match, of how the barbed wire match went, I liked it. I enjoyed it. people oversee the match because of the ending. It didn't explode as much as people hoped it would. I don't care. It was still a brutal match. No one's going to go through that match. If you judge that match, you're never going to experience that kind of pain and torture. And that was the match that closed the show. We move on to April 9th, 2021. Daily's Place once again. AW, the house always wins. Their first house show. It opens up with The Butcher. He defeated Alex Reynolds, Austin Gunn, Colt Cabana, Colton Gunn. Oh gosh, there's got to be a lot of names. Ethan Page, Evil Uno. 5, Lance Archer, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Scorpio Sky, Stu Grayson. 10, and The Blade in a 15-man battle royal to become #1 contender for the TNT Championship. 8 minutes 48 seconds. FTR, MJF, and Shawn Spears defeated Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt, and Deontay Martin in an 8-man tag team match. 14 minutes 30 seconds. Tully Blanchard and Wardlow were in FTR's MJF and Shawn Spears' corner. After that, Jade Cargill defeated Rika Tahaka. 3 minutes 30 seconds. Cody Rhodes defeated Aaron Solo in a Duval street fight. 15 minutes 47 seconds. Chuck Taylor, Trent, and Orange Cassidy defeated Angelico, Jack Evans, and Max Caster in a 6-man tag team match. 11 minutes 10 seconds. Eddie Kingston defeated Cesar Bononi. 9 minutes 20 seconds. Sheeta, Red Velvet, Ryo, and Tay Conti defeated Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, Rebel, and The Bunny in an 8-woman tag team match. 14 minutes even. Pac, Penta, Ray Phoenix, Matt Sydal, and Mike Sydal defeated Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Takeshita, and Michael Nakazawa in a 10-man tag team match. 12 minutes 25 seconds. And to close out the show, Darby Allin defeated The Butcher to retain the TNT Championship for 8 minutes 18 seconds. The Butcher had Matt Hardy, The Blade, and The Bunny in their corner. Very interesting trio. And then we move on to May 5th, 2021, Daily's Place, AEW Dynamite, Blood and Guts. So everything was pre-recorded up until the main event. And so on the screen, on TVs everywhere, they premiered Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston defeating Michael Nakazawa and Kenny Omega in 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Cody Rhodes defeated QT Marshall in 11 minutes and 45 seconds. Arn Anderson was in Cody's corner. Britt Baker defeated Julia Hart, 1 minute 30 seconds. Rebel was in her corner, Britt's corner. Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian defeated Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. What am I saying? Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. in a 4-way elimination tag team match to become #1 contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. 9 minutes, 12 seconds. Marco Stunt was in Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus' corner. Tony Schiavone interviews Miro. Tony Schiavone also interviews the Belt Collector, Kenny Omega. Also gets interrupted by Orange Cassidy. MJF, Shawn Spears, Wardlow, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood defeated Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz in a Blood and Guts match. 17 minutes even. I believe the match ended where it was both MJF and Chris Jericho on top of the cage. And one of the threats was MJF wanted Inner Circle to end the match, or he's going to push Jericho off the corner. They submit it. MJF pushes him anyways and won. May 28th, 2021, Daily's Place, AEW. Once again, they start off with Dark Elevation, number 12. Thunder Rosa defeated Reka Tahaka in 5 minutes even. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster defeated Brandon and Brent Tate, 3 minutes 30 seconds. Layla Hirsch defeated Robin Renegade, 3 minutes. Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison defeated Luther and Serpentico, 7 minutes 30 seconds. They had Julia Hart in Brian's corner. Nyla Rose and The Bunny defeated Big Swole and Red Velvet, 8 minutes 45 seconds. For whatever reason, Nyla Rose and The Bunny had Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, The Blade, and Vicky Guerrero in their corner. Penta defeated Jack Evans in 7 minutes. Penta had Alex Abrahantes in his corner, and Jack Evans had Angelico in his corner. Tay Conti defeated Ashley Boys, 3 minutes 31 seconds. Jungle Boy defeated JD Drake, 8 minutes even. Jungle Boy had Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt in his corner. JD Drake had Caesar Bononi, Peter Avalon, and Ryan Nemeth in his corner. And then AEW Dynamite, Friday Night Dynamite, begins. Darby Allin defeated Caesar Bononi in 4 minutes 15 seconds. Darby had Sting in his corner, and Caesar had JD Drake, Peter Avalon, and Ryan Nemeth in his corner. Adam Page defeated Joey Janela in 9 minutes 41 seconds. Sonny Kiss was in Joey's corner. Jade Cargill defeated Killen King, 5 minutes 32 seconds. Mark Sterling was in Jade's corner. Miro defeated Deontay Martin to retain the TNT Championship, 3 minutes 16 seconds. Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page defeated Evil Uno, and Sue Grayson in 8 minutes and 45 seconds. And then a celebration of Inner Circle's best moments was hosted by Eric Bischoff. And then after that, Cody Rhodes and Anthony Ogogo weigh-in hosted by Paul White. Random thing. I don't think too many people enjoyed that segment, and I believe Big Show Paul White was having troubles figuring out the scale, because they also had a scale for Cody Rhodes and Anthony Ogogo. It was just a little bit of a mess. And then some fans spat on one of the flags that was drooping down. I think it was on the United Kingdom flag. I can't remember. Or the American. I can't remember. They made it a whole big deal where it was like America versus United Kingdom kind of thing. No one liked it. May 30th, 2021. Daily's Place, AEW Double or Nothing. Serena Deeb defeated Riho to retain the NWA World Women's Championship, 14 minutes 5 seconds. Adam Page defeated Brian Cage in 12 minutes and 7 seconds. The Young Bucks defeated Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships, 21 minutes 9 seconds. Jungle Boy won the Casino Battle Royale in 23 minutes and 29 seconds. Cody Rhodes defeated Anthony Ogogo in 10 minutes and 32 seconds. Cody Rhodes had Arn Anderson. Anthony Ogogo had QT Marshall in his corner. Random 10-minute match. Don't know why it existed. Miro defeated Lance Archer by referee's decision to retain the TNT Championship, 10 minutes 46 seconds. Lance Archer had Jake Roberts in his corner. Britt Baker defeated Hikaru Shida to win the AEW Women's World Championship. 16 minutes 22 seconds. This ends Shida's long AEW Championship run. Darby Allin and Sting defeated Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. This was 14 minutes 5 seconds. I was ringside for this event, I believe. Kenny Omega defeated Orange Cassidy and Pac in a triple threat match to retain the AEW World Championship, 27 minutes 10 seconds. Mark Henry makes his debut. Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santina, and Ortiz defeated MJF, Shawn Spears, Wardlow, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood in a Stadium Stampede match. 32 minutes 26 seconds. They had Tully Blanchard in FTR's corner. This was a very fun match because they were fighting all over the stadium, and they all ended up in the middle of the ring. And this was 2021. Unfortunately, COVID didn't last all that long. I say unfortunately because I am the random person that enjoyed it all. But they did a whole celebration thing, and it was great. June 26, 2021 at Daily's Place once again. AEW opens up with Dark Elevation number 16. Billy Gunn and Colton Gunn defeated JD Drake and Ryan Nemeth, who had Caesar Bononi and Peter Avalon in their corner. 2 minutes 48 seconds. Penelope. Why can't I say it now? Penelope Ford defeated Valentina Rossi. 1 minute 39 seconds. Brian Cage defeated Serpentico. 3 minutes 13 seconds. Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs were in Brian Cage's corner. Luther was with Serpentico. Carl Anderson defeated Wheeler Yuta in 4 minutes 28 seconds. Doc Gallows and Young Bucks were in Carl's corner. Brock Anderson, Dustin Rhodes, Lee Johnson defeated Adrian Alanis, Justin Correno, and Liam Gray in 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Arn Anderson was in Brock's corner, of course. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster defeated Matt Justice and PB Smooth in 2 minutes 53 seconds. Riho defeated Killin King 5 minutes 43 seconds. Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison defeated Aaron Rourke and Jake Logan in 1 minute and 24 seconds. Julia Hart was in Brian Pillman's corner. Thunder Rosa defeated Catalina Perez 1 minute 47 seconds. The Blade defeated Chuck Taylor in 5 minutes 46 seconds. The Bunny was on Blade's corner. Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, and Matt Hardy defeated Alan Angels, Alex Reynolds, and Cole Cabana in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Shida defeated Rekka Tahaka 4 minutes 3 seconds. Eddie Kingston and Penta defeated Angelico and Jack Evans in 7 minutes 28 seconds. Alex Abrahantes was in Penta's corner. We move on to AEW Dynamite. A long episode, this one. Adam Page defeats Powerhouse Hobbs in 11 minutes and 9 seconds. Hook and Ricky Starks attempts to help Hobbs get stopped by Brian Cage. Conan goes face-to-face with Tully Blanchard. FTR attacks Conan. Matt Sydal defeats Deontay Martin. 9 minutes 5 seconds. Matt had Mike Sydal in his corner. Ethan Page defeats Bear Bronson in 9 minutes 47 seconds. 47 seconds. Ethan Page had Scorpio Sky in his corner. Bear Bronson had Bear Boulder in his corner. Chris Statlander defeats the Bunny. 9 minutes 14 seconds. Orange Cassidy was in Chris's corner. The Blade was in the Bunny's corner. Kenny Omega defeats Jungle Boy to retain the AEW World Championship. 17 minutes 17 seconds. The Good Brothers and Don Callis were in Kenny's corner. Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt were in Jungle Boy's corner. Kenny attacks Jungle Boy. Christian Cage stops Kenny. Matt Hardy and Private Party attacks Cage. Young Bucks came out to celebrate with Kenny. It's great. And that's how this show ends. Everyone throws too sweet. June 30th, 2021. Daily's Place, AEW once again. Elevation number 17. Thunder Rosa defeats Layla Gray, 2 minutes. Scorpio Sky defeats Marcus Cross, 2 minutes 57 seconds. Shida defeated Donnie Jordan, 6 minutes 51 seconds. Orange Cassidy defeated Angelico, 6 minutes 7 seconds. Chuck Taylor and Chris Statlander were in Orange's corner. Jack Evans was in Angelico's corner. Serena Deeb defeated Tesha Price, 3 minutes 19 seconds. Alex Marvez interviews Joey Janela. Dante Martin defeated Serpentico, 6 minutes 37 seconds. Serpentico had Luther in his corner. AEW Dynamite starts, and Penta and Eddie Kingston defeated the Young Bucks in 13 minutes and 49 seconds. Alex Abrahantes was in Eddie's corner, and Brandon Cutler was in the Young Bucks' corner. Excuse me. Tony Schiavone interviews Ethan Page, and they get attacked by Darby Allin. Darby Allin had Scorpio Sky with him as well. Jungle Boy defeated Jack Evans, 6 minutes 6 seconds. Matt Hardy and Private Party brawls with Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Marco Stunt after that match. Tony Schiavone interviews Kenny Omega, gets interrupted by Evil Uno with the Dark Order. Miro defeated Brian Pillman Jr. to retain the TNT Championship, 7 minutes 37 seconds. Britt Baker and Rebel defeated Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero, 6 minutes 56 seconds. Never thought I'd see Vicky Guerrero wrestle. MJF defeated Sammy Guevara in 20 minutes and 5 seconds. Shawn Spears intervenes with the match, gets attacked by Chris Jericho, who gets attacked by Wardlow. We move on to what appears to be the last COVID-era AEW show at the Daily's Place. August 4th, 2021. Daily's Place. AEW Dark Elevation number 22. Red Velvet defeated Renee Michelle in 1 minute 13 seconds. Sean Dean defeated Peter Avalon, 47 seconds. Peter had Caesar Bononi and JD Drake in their corner. Shida defeated Tesha Price in 1 minute 45 seconds. Brian Cage defeated RSP in 1 minute 15 seconds. Jade Cargill defeated Amber Nova in 45 seconds. Jade had Mark Sterling in her corner. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus defeated Carly, Bravo, and Cyrus in 32 seconds. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus had Marco Stunt in their corner. Penta and Ray Phoenix defeated Matt and Mike Seidel, 8 minutes, 18 seconds. They had Alex Abrahantes in their corner. AEW Dynamite Homecoming opens, and Chris Jericho defeated Juventud Guerrera, my bad. I should know better. I really should have known better. 9 minutes, 51 seconds. John Moxley, Darby Allin, and Eddie Kingston defeated Daniel Garcia, Matt Lee, and Jeff Parker in a 6-man tag team match. 7 minutes, 9 seconds. Darby had Sting in his corner. Christian Cage defeated The Blade. 9 minutes, 46 seconds. Christian Cage had Jungle Boy in his corner. The Blade had The Money in his corner. Tony Schiavone interviews Britt Baker, gets interrupted by Red Velvet. Tony Schiavone interviews Adam Page, gets interrupted and attacked by Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, and Good Brothers. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson prevents Dark Order from attacking. Frankie Kazarian attempts to attack the Elite. Does not work out well in his favor. Miro defeated Lee Johnson to retain the TNT Championship, 9 minutes 39 seconds. Dustin Rhodes was in Lee Johnson's corner. Layla Hirsch defeated The Bunny to become the #1 contender for the NWA World Women's Championship, 8 minutes 14 seconds. For whatever reason, The Bunny had Angelico, Isaiah Cassidy, Jack Evans, Joel, Mark Quinn, and The Blade in her corner. While Layla Hirsch had Chuck Taylor, Chris Statlander, Orange Cassidy, and Wheeler Yuta in her corner. Malachi Black defeated Cody Rhodes in 4 minutes and 42 seconds in a squash match. I was there. I believe I was ringside for that one. Fun. I finally get out of AEW and I move on to a new, different show. Same old, Veterans Memorial Arena, WWE SmackDown. What a way to go to a different wrestling show. September 3rd, 2021. Fun. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford defeated the Usos by DQ. 7 minutes, 57 seconds. Becky Lynch refuses to face Bianca Belair promo. That's fun. Rick Boogs defeated Dolph Ziggler in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Rick had Shinsuke Nakamura in his corner, while Robert Roode was in Dolph's corner. Cesaro defeated Seth Rollins by DQ, 9 minutes 40 seconds. Kevin Owens interviews Baron Corbin on the KO show. Corbin invites Logan Paul. Both attacks Owens. Both of them attack Owens in his own show. It's great. This is my first time seeing Logan Paul. Ah, man, I can't believe 2021 and Logan's been with WWE for 4 years. Sami Zayn defeated Dominic Mysterio. 2 minutes. Dominic had Rey Mysterio in his corner. The Usos attack Finn Balor. And that sucks because what happens next sucks. Roman Reigns defeated Finn Balor to retain the Universal Championship. 11 minutes, 40 seconds. Roman Reigns had Paul Heyman in his corner. Yeah. Finn Balor was supposed to be Roman's opponent later that match, or later in the event. But the Usos attacked Finn. Finn was like, "No, I can wrestle. I can do it." Doesn't do it. People forget how Roman's run is in the bloodline, because it's kind of like what it is with John Moxley in AEW at the moment, where he defends his title, match always ends by someone else. Yeah, I love it. And then a dark match happened. Bianca Belair, Tegan Nox, and Shotzi defeated Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Tamina. October 21st, 2021, we are on the Norwegian Pearl cruise ship. It's the Jericho Cruise, triple whammy. It's night 1, tag 1. Cole Cabana defeated JD Drake. Matt and Mike Seidel defeated Serpentico and Luther. Brian Cage defeated Angelico. Christopher Daniels defeated Isaiah Cassidy. Britt Baker defeated Ashley D'Amboise. Wheeler Yuta defeated Peter Avalon. And Frankie Kazarian defeated Billy Gunn. October 22nd, 2021. Night 2, Tag 2. Austin, Billy, and Colton Gunn defeated Matt Seidel, Mike Seidel, and Frankie Kazarian. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson defeated Luther and Serpentico. Jamie Hayter defeated Chris Statlander. Angelico and Isaiah Cassidy defeated Brian Cage and Christopher Daniels. Ricky Starks defeated Sonny Kiss to retain the FTW Championship. Colt Cabana defeated Ryan Nemeth. Abaddon defeated Ashley D'Amboise. Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Wheeler Yuta defeated Cesar Bononi, JD Drake, and Peter Avalon. Next night, Night 3, Tag 3, October 23rd, 2021. Orange Cassidy defeated Peter Avalon. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Christopher Daniels. Wheeler Yuta defeated Serpentico. Colton Gunn defeated Sonny Kiss. Frankie Kazarian defeated Angelico. Matt Sydal defeated Austin Gunn. Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson defeated Cesar Bononi, JD Drake, Ryan Nemeth. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter defeated Anna Jay and Chris Statlander. Brian Cage defeated Isaiah Cassidy. And lastly, Ricky Starks defeated Chuck Taylor to retain the FTW Championship. I'm sorry to be botching up. It's a lot of reading and a lot of rushing. I understand this is probably like the longest episode I've ever recorded. October 24th, 2021. Norwegian Tag 4, Night 4. Isaiah Cassidy defeated Sonny Kiss. Brian Cage defeated Serpentico. Christopher Daniels defeated Ryan Nemeth. Frankie Kazarian defeated Peter Avalon. Austin, Billy, and Colton Gunn defeated Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson. Wheeler Yuta defeated Luther, Abaddon, Anna Jay, and Chris Statlander defeated Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Rebel. Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy defeated Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Luther and Serpentico attacks Jericho. Orange gets saved by... They both attack Chris Jericho and Orange. They both get saved by Danhausen and Will Ospreay. It was my first time seeing Will and Danhausen. We move on to December 29th, 2021. It's AEW at Daly's Place once again. It's New Year's Smash. Matt Hardy, FTR, Mark Quinn, and Isaiah Cassidy defeated Christian Cage, Lucha Brothers, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus in a 10-man tag team match, 12 minutes, 33 seconds. Daniel Garcia, Jeff Parker, and Matt Lee defeated Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz in a 6-man tag team match, 9 minutes, 2 seconds. Wardlow, with Sean Spears, defeated Colin Delaney, 1 minute, 20 seconds. Dan Lambert with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky disses Cody Rhodes, gets slapped by Brandy Rhodes, stopped by Dustin Rhodes. What a promo. I don't miss Dan Lambert at all. Jade Cargill defeated Thunder Rosa in a TBS Championship Tournament semifinal match. 10 minutes, 55 seconds. Jade had Mark Sterling in her corner. My first time seeing CM Punk in AEW. It's CM Punk. He has a promo against MJF. And this is when MJF bloodies CM Punk. And he is just like to an oblivion, just like covered in blood everywhere. Tony Schiavone interviews Brian Pillman Jr. about the House of Black. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish defeated Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Trent in a 6-man tag team match in 14 minutes, 42 seconds. AEW Rampage, it's New Year's Smash again. Darby Allin defeated Anthony Bowens, 11 minutes, 3 seconds. Darby had Sting in his corner. Anthony Bowens had Max Caster in his corner. Anna Jay and Tay Conti defeated The Bunny and Penelope Ford in a street fight, 10 minutes, 42 seconds. That was a very good match. Cody Rhodes defeated Ethan Page to retain the TNT Championship, 14 minutes, 13 seconds. Cody Rhodes had Arn Anderson in his corner. Ethan Page had Dan Lambert and Scorpio Sky in his corner. We move on to the next year. New Year 2021 was full of wrestling. It's March 6, 2022. The first time I've gone out of state. No, it's not. It's not the first time. Not yet, anyways. It is Orlando, Florida, AEW Revolution 2022 edition financial arena. We start off with Layla Hirsch defeated Chris Statlander in 9 minutes and 51 seconds. Tony Schiavone does an in-ring interview with Don Callis. Hook defeated QT Marshall for 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews defeated Pac, Penta, and Eric Redbeard. 17 minutes, 23 seconds. Alex Abrahantes was in Penta's corner. Eddie Kingston defeated Chris Jericho in 14 minutes, 12 seconds. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus defeated Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly and the Young Bucks in a 3-way tag team match to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championship. 19 minutes, 11 seconds. Wardlow defeated Keith Lee, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Orange Cassidy, Christian Cage in a Face of the Revolution ladder match for a future TNT Championship match in 18 minutes, 18 seconds. Swerve Strickland debuts on stage with Tony Schiavone. Man, I love Swerve and what he has become today. Jade Cargill defeated Tay Conti to retain the TBS Championship in 7 minutes and 3 seconds. Jade had Mark Sterling in her corner. Tay had Anna Jay in her corner. CM Punk defeated MJF in a dog collar match, 26 minutes 48 seconds. Very historical match that one is, one to go into records. Britt Baker defeated Thunder Rosa to retain the AEW Women's World Championship, 17 minutes 30 seconds. Britt Baker had Rebel and Jamie Hayter in her corner. John Moxley defeated Bryan Danielson, 20 minutes 44 seconds. William Regal debuts. And this is almost the start of the BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club. Sting, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin defeated Andrade, Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy in a 6-man tornado tag team match. 13 minutes, 1 second. This was my first time actually being able to physically touch Sting because he went up towards me. I was sitting above the tunnel where Sting did his table spot. And he literally, I was not expecting it. He was literally going up towards me. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's happening. Never thought I'd ever experience anything like that. That was fun. Adam Page defeated Adam Cole to retain the AEW World Championship just the AEW World Championship in 26 minutes. We move on to March 14, 2022 at the Veterans Memorial Arena. It's WWE Raw. Damian Priest defeated Finn Balor in 7 minutes 35 seconds. Almost defeated Commander Aziz in 2 minutes. Aziz had Apollo Crews in his corner. Liv Morgan defeated Queen Zelina in 2 minutes 55 seconds. Rhea Ripley was in Liv's corner. Carmella was in Queen Zelina's corner. Rey and Dominic Mysterio defeated Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin in 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Edge does a promo. He started all sorts of interesting things. He was doing, what was it? Oh gosh, they just ended it too. It had Finn Balor. Oh god, they didn't just end it. They just split up. Oh gosh, what are they called now? Oh, the faction. It's the faction. I forgot what it's called. I don't watch the product as much anymore. Oh my goodness, that's shame on me. Anyways, this was when Edge was just randomly going heel. Bianca Belair defeated Doudrop in 7 minutes. Nikki Ash was in Doudrop's corner. Bianca was attacked by Becky Lynch after the match. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle celebrate their tag team championships. They get interrupted by the Street Profits. Matt Riddle versus Montez Ford ended in no contest. They got attacked by Chad Gable and Otis. It was only for 9 minutes 40 seconds. Kevin Owens defeated Seth Rollins in 16 minutes and 20 seconds. The winner of that match gets a talk show at WrestleMania 38. Was it a talk show? I guess it was a talk show. WWE main event. Veer defeated Gary Hex 3 minutes 28 seconds. Tommaso Ciampa defeated T-Bar in 5 minutes 58 seconds. Now I am out of state. We move on to Savannah, Georgia and Market Arena. It's AEW. AEW Dark Elevation number 72. Bobby Fish defeated Blake Lee in 2 minutes 59 seconds. Marina Shaffer and Nyla Rose defeated Brittany Jade and Sky Blue in 4 minutes 30 seconds. Nyla Rose had Vicky Guerrero in her corner. Julia Hart defeated Amber Nova in 1 minute 33 seconds. Ethan Page defeated Leon Ruffin in 5 minutes 38 seconds. Ethan Page had Dan Lambert in his corner. Evil Uno and 10 defeated Terrell and Terrence Hughes in 4 minutes 44 seconds. Angelico, the Butcher, and the Blade defeated Brandon Bullock, Bryce Cannon, and Jameson Ryan in a 6-man tag team match. 1 minute 40 seconds. The Bunny were in the Blade and Butcher's corner. Tony Nese defeated John Walters in 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Mark Sterling was in Tony's corner. AW Dynamite presents Fyter Fest Week 1. Wardlow defeated Orange Cassidy to retain the TNT Championship in 11 minutes and 36 seconds. Chuck Taylor and Trent were in Wardlow's corner. Chris Jericho addresses Eddie Kingston in a promo. Don't know what for. John Moxley defeated I can't say his name for the life of me. Takeshita. 13 minutes 22 seconds. Luchasaurus defeated Griff Garrison. Luchasaurus was I cannot speak right now. Luchasaurus had Kristen Cage in his corner. Brian Pillman Jr. was in Griff Garrison's corner. That was only for 1 minute and 28 seconds. This is a long show. Claudio Castagnoli defeated Jake Hader. 11 minutes 32 seconds. Serena Deeb defeated Anna Jay in 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Tony Schiavone attempts to interview Anna. Tay Conti interrupts. Keith Lee and Swerve defeated Young Bucks and Ricky Starks. Why am I saying things wrong? Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland defeated both the Young Bucks and Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs in a three-way tag team match to win the AEW World Tag Team Championship. 18 minutes, 14 seconds. Then we move on to AEW Rampage. Again, long show this one is. Brody King and Malachi Black defeated Alex Reynolds and John Silver in 8 minutes, 18 seconds. They had Julia Hart in Brody King's and Malachi's corner. Jonathan Gresham defeated Lee Moriarty to retain the ROH World Championship. 9 minutes, 1 second. Matt Sydal was in Lee's corner. Athena and Chris Statlander defeated Charlotte Renegade and Robin Renegade in 25 seconds. The Lucha Brothers defeated Private Party. And the Gun Club explains their actions to the Acclaimed of what they did to them. Alright, we move on to October 21st, 2022. It's Daly's Place once again. AEW Dark opens up number 169. Zach Clayton defeated Blake Lai, 1 minute 41 seconds. Kayla Rosie defeated Ashley D'Amboise in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Kayla had Diamond Sheik in her corner. Austin and Colton Gunn defeated BK Klein and Jarrett Diaz, 3 minutes 5 seconds. Austin and Colton had Morrissey in their corner. I don't know. That's Big Bill. Duh. Peter Avalon defeated Brandon Cutler in 6 minutes and 37 seconds. Peter Avalon has Cesar Bononi and Ryan Nemeth in his corner. QT Marshall and Cole Carter defeated Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison in 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Anna Jay defeated Sayo Knives, 2 minutes 6 seconds. Kip Sapien defeated Marcus Cross in 2 minutes 58 seconds. There's a lot of short-term matches going on here. Athena defeated Diamante, 4 minutes 22 seconds. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Rico Gonzalez in 54 seconds. Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno, and John Silver defeated Ativalu, Fulton, and Troy Hollywood in 2 minutes 22 seconds. -1 was with the Dark Order. Eddie Kingston and Ortiz defeated AR Fox and Caleb Conley, 1 minute 49 seconds. Shida and Tony Storm defeated Emi Sakura and Mai Suruga, 7 minutes 51 seconds. Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta defeated Cesar Bononi and Ryan Nemeth in 4 minutes 40 seconds. William Regal was the guest commentator for that. Dark match. Dante Martin and Matt Sydal defeated La Estrella and SB Kento. And then, this is for whatever reason just a specific AEW Rampage episode. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster defeated Tony Nese and Josh Woods to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championship. 8 minutes 6 seconds. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster had Billy Gunn. Tony Nese and Josh Woods had Mark Sterling in their corner. Hook defeated Ari Daveri to retain the FTW World Heavyweight Championship in 2 minutes 47 seconds. Ari had Heaves K in his corner. Willow Nightingale defeated Layla Gray in 7 minutes 51 seconds. Kiri Hogan was in Layla's corner. Willow is officially All Elite. She signs with AEW, and they had a whole good, fun spiel about it. I enjoyed it. Tony Schiavone interviews Jade Cargill. Jade threatens to pause the show. Was not successful at that. And then Orange Cassidy defeated Roosh and Preston Vance in a three-way match to retain the AEW All-Atlantic Championship, 11 minutes 53 seconds. Orange Cassidy had Danhausen in his corner. We carry on to June 26, 2023. We go back to Savannah, Georgia, and Market Arena. WWE presents Raw. We have WWE main event. JD McDonough defeated Apollo Crews in 7 minutes 36 seconds. Katana Chance defeated Emma in 5 minutes 29 seconds. Kaden Carter was in Katana's corner. Now we move on to WWE Raw, where it's Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. They address Cody Rhodes in their actions. They get booed out of the building. Ronda Rousey defeated Raquel Rodriguez, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Ronda had Shayna Baszler in her corner. Rodriguez had Liv Morgan in her corner. The Miz sneak attacks Tommaso Ciampa. They were supposed to have attack, never happened. Dominic Mysterio defeated Akira Tozawa in 1 minute 50 seconds. Dominic had Rhea in his corner. Money in the Bank Summit happened. It was a promo, and they had Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, Zoe Starks, Bayley, Io Sky, and Zelina Vega. After that, Gunther defeated Sami Zayn in 12 minutes even. Sami Zayn had Kevin Owens in his corner. Gunther had Ludwig and Giovanni in his corner. Matt Riddle attacks Gunther after that match. Finn Balor defeated Carmelo Hayes in 9 minutes 50 seconds. Cody Rhodes defeated Damian Priest. 13 minutes 35 seconds. Damian had Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio in his corner. I gotta figure out where my phone's at. Did it fall? I don't think I have my phone. Oh, there it is. It's right here. I just need to look at the time because time is cutting short on me. This is definitely a longer episode than I intended it to. Alright. January 10th, 2024, Daily's Place. They have Ring of Honor and AEW Dynamite. So, Ring of Honor, they had Dante and Darius Martin defeating The Butcher and The Blade. Mark Briscoe defeated Serpentico. And then it's Dynamite Homecoming again. Adam Page defeated Claudio Castagnoli in 17 minutes 11 seconds. Adam Copeland, Orange Cassidy, Dustin Rhodes, and Preston Vance defeated Brian Cage, Toy Leona, Bishop Kevin, and Lance Archer in an 8-man tag team match, 10 minutes 24 seconds. Jake the Snake and Prince Nana were in the heel team, Brian Cage, Lance Archer, and all them. While Adam Copeland, Orange Cassidy, Preston had Jose the Assistant. After that match, Samoa Joe, the new World Heavyweight Champion, did a protocol promo and interrupted by Swerve Strickland. Adam Page and Hook appeared. And Swerve Strickland appeared as well. Sammy Guevara defeated Ricky Starks in 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Big Bill attacks Sammy. Chris Jericho saves Sammy. Anna Jay, Thunder Rosa, Chris Statlander, Willa Nightingale defeated Julia Hart, Sky Blue, Sarah, I can't say her name, Paige, and Ruby Soho. They had Harley Cameron on their side in an 8-woman tag team match, 9 minutes 3 seconds. Roderick Strong defeated Brian Keith in 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Roderick had Adam Cole, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett and Wardlow in his corner. Adam Cole did an Undisputed Kingdom promo after that. Sting and Darby Allin defeated Konosuke and Powerhouse Hobbs in a tag team Texas Tornado match. That was for 9 minutes and 53 seconds. Powerhouse had Don Callis in his corner, and Sting and Darby had Ric Flair. That was my first time seeing Ric Flair. And then after that was AEW Rampage. Eddie Kingston, the champion, defeated Wheeler Yuta to retain the AEW Continental Championship. He defended all the champions. He defended the AEW Continental Championship, the NJPW Strong Openweight Championship, and Ring of Honor World Championship. 17 minutes, 13 seconds. Swerve Strickland defeated Matt Sydal in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Prince Nana was in Swerve's corner. Sheeta defeated Queen Aminata in 8 minutes, 50 seconds. Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno, and John Silver defeated Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, and Jake Hager in a 6-man tag team match, 10 minutes, 24 seconds. -1 was into Dark Order's corner. Ring of Honor Wrestling. Diamante defeated Dream Girl Ellie. Kyle Fletcher defeated Christopher Daniels to retain the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. And I'm going to mispronounce it, Hijo del Vikingo defeated Action Andrade to retain the AAA Mega Championship. And I go back to Savannah, Georgia, January 24th, 2024. It's AEW once again. AEW Dynamite. They have a couple of dark matches. Actually, no, just the one. Alex Reynolds and John Silver defeated Brandon Cutler and Colt Cabana. That's it. Evil Uno was in Alex Reynolds and John Silver's corner. AEW Dynamite. Samoa Joe promo. Hook interferes. Adam Page defeated Penta in 13 minutes, 45 seconds. Alex Abrahantes was in Penta's corner. Wardlow defeated Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy in 8 minutes. Oh, wait, no, I'm reading it way wrong. Hold on. Wardlow defeated Trent Beretta in 8 minutes and 3 seconds. The only reason I'm reading it wrong is because Wardlow had Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett in his corner, while Trent Beretta had Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Rocky Romero in his corner. Too much names. Renee Raquette hosts face-to-face with Deonna Purrazzo and Tony Storm. Tony had Luther and Mariah May in her corner. Swerve Strickland defeated Jeff Hardy. Whoa. Swerve had Prince Nana in his corner. Jeff had Matt Hardy in his corner. That was for 13 minutes, 58 seconds. Thunder Rosa defeated Red Velvet in 7 minutes, 10 seconds. Sting and Darby Allin, they challenged the AEW World Tag Team Championships promo. Billy Gunn, Max Caster, and Anthony Bowens defeated Brian Cage, To Leona, and Khan, Kaun, in a 6-man tag team match to retain the AEW World Trios Championship, 8 minutes, 59 seconds. Adam Copeland defeated Minoru Suzuki in 9 minutes and 26 seconds. And then we move on to AEW Rampage. Jon Moxley defeated Lee Moriarty, which by referee decision, 12 minutes 57 seconds. Lee had Shane Taylor in his corner. Konosuke, I can never say his name right. Konosuke defeated Christopher Daniels in 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Don Callis, Kyle Fletcher, and Powerhouse Hobbs were in Konosuke. Can I really say his name? No. In his corner. Then Don Callis does his family promo. Anna Jay defeated Ruby Soho, 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Ruby Soho had Soraya. I said her name right. And Harley Cameron in her corner. Commander defeated Kip Sapien, the Butcher, and El Hijo del Vikingo in a freshly squeezed 4-way match to become the number 1 contender for the AEW International Championship in 13 minutes, 1 second. Vikingo had Alex Abrahantes in his corner, because of course, why not? And we move on to April 24th, 2024. Daily's Place, Ring of Honor Wrestling. Carly, Bravo, and Sean Dean defeated Truth, Magnum, and Turbo Floyd. Carly and Sean... Is it Carly? Carly and Sean had Trish Adora on their corner, while Truth and Turbo had Laser Linda in their corner. Nyla Rose defeated Cameron... Ooh, how do I spell that? Branae, Brane, in 1 minute, 24 seconds. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett defeated Leonis and Maximus in a Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship Proving Ground match, 4 minutes, 17 seconds. Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno, and John Silver defeated Adam Priest, Sheen, S-E-A-N, Sheen Maluda, and Zicky Dice in a 6-man tag team match, 4 minutes, 41 seconds. Aaron Solo defeated John Cruz in 1 minute and 34 seconds. Then AEW Dynamite begins. Trent Beretta attacks Orange Cassidy. Chuck Taylor Wait, no, hold on. Trent Beretta attacks Orange Cassidy. Chuck Taylor chooses Orange as his best friend. This is when they were all splitting up. Best friends were splitting up, and it was very sad. Swerve Strickland defeats Kyle Fletcher in a AEW World Championship Eliminator match. 14 minutes, 45 seconds. Swerve had Prince Nana in his corner. Mina Shirakawa defeated Anna Jay. 8 minutes, 59 seconds. Mina had, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, had Mariah May in her corner. Willow Nightingale celebrates her TBS championship with Chris Statlander as Stokely Hathaway. Mercedes Money interrupts. Will Ospreay defeated Dante Martin, Jay Lethal, Jay White, Commander, Kyle O'Reilly, Lance Archer, and Penta El Zero Miedo in a Casino Gauntlet match to become #1 contender for the AEW International Championship. That was 18 minutes and 43 seconds. Chris Jericho starts the learning tree. Big Bill wants in. John Moxley defeated Powerhouse Hobbs by referee's decision to retain the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. 10 minutes, 43 seconds. And then the infamous thing happened. Tony Khan and Jack Perry makes amends, but Jack betrays Tony. Young Bucks and how can I say that name? Okada. They attack Tony. Shad Khan in the locker room comes out to support Tony. That's all that's on this book. I have more dates that I did not even slap on here. So we are going to copy and paste on the internet. And we're going to go through them right now. Because I know for sure I am missing some stuff on here. Okay, so after April 24th at Dailies, go along to April 27th, 2024. It's AEW Collision and Rampage. Let's see. So, the new AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland kicked off AEW Collision with his first live interview since AEW Dynasty. They update Tony's medical condition, and then Unified World Trios match. Bang Bang Gang, Switchblade, Jay White, and the Guns went up against Action Andrade and Top Flight, Dante and Darius Martin. It doesn't say who won, though. That's not nice of them. So let me just pull up some results here. I think this will help a lot more. It'll be a lot quicker if I do this. There we go. Alright, so. So Bullet Club Gold won that match. Ray Phoenix defeated the Beast Mortos in 15 minutes 11 seconds. Ray had Alex Abrahantes in his corner. Roosh defeated Martin Stone 2 minutes 19 seconds. Tony Storm defeated Anna Jay in 9 minutes and 22 seconds. Luther and Mariah May were in Tony's corner. The Acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens with Billy Guns. They defeated, Billy Guns was in the corner. They defeated Grizzled Young Veterans, James Drake and Zach Gibson, in 12 minutes and 9 seconds. Swerve Strickland defeated Claudio Castagnoli to retain the AEW World Championship in 21 minutes 4 seconds. Prince Nana was in Swerve's corner. Then we move on to Rampage. It's a 3-hour show, this one. I don't know why they didn't combine it all, but we're going to go through it. Trent Beretta defeated Chuck Taylor in a parking lot fight. 10 minutes, 8 seconds. Oh, man, it was very devastating to see best friends just kind of split. Thunder Rosa defeated Diona Pereza. 11 minutes, 5 seconds. Big Bill defeated Trevor Blackwell in 1 minute 38 seconds. Daniel Garcia and Shibata defeated Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty. 14 minutes, 57 seconds. And then, it's Ring of Honor. It's a very long show there at Dailies. Diamante. Ooh, things are moving around. Martinez and Taya Valkyrie defeated Abaddon, Lady Frost, and Layla Hirsch in a 6-woman tag team match, 8 minutes 22 seconds. Anthony Ogogo defeated Zicky Dice in 1 minute 43 seconds. Anthony had Shane Taylor in his corner. Kerry Hogan defeated Ashley DM Boys in 5 minutes and 28 seconds. Lance Archer and The Righteous defeated Nikki 8, Tommy Mars, Parker Lee in a 6-man tag team match, 1 minute, 12 seconds. Billy Starks defeated Dream Girl Ellie in a Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship Proving Ground match in 4 minutes even. Athena was in Billy Starks' corner. Angelico and Serpentico defeated Cole Carter and Griff Garrison in 6 minutes and 27 seconds. Maria was in Griff Garrison's corner. And then I went to a very special show. This was not a normal wrestling show, but basically, there's a Jaguars game that happened, and before the Jaguars game happened, they hosted a wrestling match. Let me see. So Sammy Guevara and Hologram defeated the Beast Mortos and Matt Taven in a 2 out of 3 falls match. What a very interesting. I was ringside because it was free if you were attending. Very weird, interesting show that was. But after that, I went to a WWE Live Holiday Tour show. This was December 26, 2024. Bayley defeats Tiffany Stratton. There's a 4-way match for the WWE Tag Team titles. It's DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. They defeated Motor City Machine Guns, the Street Profits, and A-Town Down Under. Andrade defeats Carmelo Hayes. The Bloodline, Jacob Fatu and Solo Sakea defeated the Usos. Bianca Belair and Naomi defeated Sonya Deville and Zoe Stark to retain their championships. Nia Jax defeated Mai Shin to retain her women's title. And then lastly, Cody Rhodes defeats Kevin Owens to retain his WWE title in a steel cage match. And to mention the Jaguars one with Sammy Guevara and Hologram, that was September 15th of 2024. We are almost done here, my friends. We are moving on to December 28th. Let me load up this. Tony Storm defeats Layla Gray. Jeff Jarrett defeats QT Marshall. 8-man tag team match. The Outrunners, the Truth, Magnum, Turbo Floyd, Top Flight, I believe defeated. Let me double check here. Leo Rush himself to. Okay, so I was a little wrong. Leo Rush and actually. Yeah, I'm saying all this thing wrong. It's an 8-man tag team match. The Outrunners and Top Flight went up against Leo Rush, Action Andrade, Murder Machine, Brian Cage, and Lance Archer. Leo Rush, Action Andrade, Murder Machines were the ones that won that match. You'd think I would remember this event because it happened so recent. This is World's End, December 28th at Orlando. Will Ospreay defeated Kyle Fletcher in a AEW Continental Classic semifinal match. Okada defeated Ricochet in a Continental Classic semifinal match. Mariah May defeated Thunder Rosa to retain her AEW Women's World Heavyweight Championship in a Tijuana Street Fight match. MJF defeated Adam Cole to win the Dynamite Diamond ring match. Takeshita defeated Powerhouse Hobbs to retain his international championship. The CEO, Mercedes Money, defeated Chris Statlander to retain her TBS championship. Will Ospreay defeated Okada to win the AW Constant. Oh, actually, no, other way around. Is it the other way around? Oh gosh, what am I doing with my life? I can't remember who won. Hold on. Sorry, I'm not looking at cage match like I should be. That's my problem. Yeah, Okada won against Will Ospreay to retain the Continental Classic. Did he? I can't remember. Hold on. Why am I reading this weird? World's End result cage match. That's what I should be looking at. I don't know why I can't remember this, but a lot of things happen so quickly. It's not even funny. Cage match. There you are, buddy. Yeah, Okada did defeat Will Ospreay. That's what I remember. And then it's the AEW World Title 4-way match of Jon Moxley defeating Adam Page, Jay White, and Orange Cassidy in 15 minutes and 39 seconds. Woo! All right, so we are going to absolutely rush through this very last episode. January 25th, 2025. Can you believe it? This is the last wrestling show I have attended to. This is AEW Dynamite at Daly's Place. They also did a little Ring of Honor. Let me just search up everything here. Sorry. I'm sorry. AEW Dynamite results. Oh, nope, that's the wrong thing, actually. It's not 2023. Here's what I'm looking for. Sorry, just give me a moment. I don't have everything written down on this poor book, and I should. That's my fault. Here we go. I found it. Okay, so Samoa Joe defeated. This is AEW Collision, by the way. This is AEW Collision, January 25th, 2025. Very cold day. This year. Samoa Joe defeated Nick Wayne in 5 minutes 27 seconds. Samoa Joe had Hook and Katsu. Oh no, I can never pronounce Japanese names, and I hate myself for that. But I also shouldn't be hating myself for that. Shibata. Nick Wayne had Kristen Cage, Kip Sapien, and Mother Wayne in his corner. Okada defeated Commander in 9 minutes. Commander had Alex Abrahantes in his corner. The Undisputed Kingdom, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong defeated Daniel Garcia, Angelo Parker, and Matt Menard in a 6-man tag team match. 9 minutes, 53 seconds. Buddy Matthews and Brody King defeated Teo Leone and Bishop Kane. The Gates of Agony is what they call themselves. 10 minutes and 4 seconds. Julia Hart was in Brody and Buddy's corner. Yuka Sakazaki defeated Queen Aminata and Diona Perezzo and Serena Deeb in a 4-way match to become #1 contender for the AEW TBS Championship. 9 minutes 28 seconds. And Konosuke defeated Shibata to retain the AEW International Championship in 13 minutes and 29 seconds. And then lastly, we got Ring of Honor. Blake Christian defeated Adam Priest in 6 minutes and 2 seconds. Griff Garrison and Preston Vance defeated Eli Theosus and Gabrielle Aros, 6 minutes 19 seconds. Lee Johnson defeated John Davis in 5 minutes 29 seconds. Lee had EJ Nduka in his corner. Athena defeated Caroline Cruz in a Ring of Honor Women's World Championship match. In a Ring of Honor Women's World Championship Proving Ground match in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Billy Starks was in Athena's corner. Sammy Guevara defeated Mansoor with Mason Madden, 7 minutes 28 seconds. Red Velvet defeated Robin Renegade to retain the Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship in 8 minutes and 10 seconds. The Outrunners defeated Grizzled Young Veterans and the Dark Order and the Premier Athletes in a 4-way tag team match in 10 minutes and 19 seconds. And that is officially all of the wrestling events that I've gone to. It is way too many for me to keep up. Now these days there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wrestlers that I don't watch wrestling as much as I used to. When I first started watching wrestling, I had all the time in the world to study names. Now there's just hundreds and thousands of different names that I just cannot pronounce whatsoever because I just don't upkeep with the product as much as I used to. But those are all the wrestling matches that I've attended to. This podcast is probably going to be the longest podcast I've ever recorded. I thought I had more time, but apparently I don't. So, with that being said, thank you for watching, listening, doing whatever you do on YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time. But for now, go to bed.